everyone, welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing really well. Now in today's video I'm going to be ranking the Arsenal first team players based on the season they have had so far. So here is the ranking system I'm going to be using. As you can see, we have got at the top what a season, then it moves to good, not bad, average and poor. So if you're interested in hearing how I rank all of the players, then just keep on watching. Just a quick disclaimer before I get into this video, I'm actually filming this video on the day of the Benfica game, so I don't know if anyone's going to drop an absolute shocker of a performance. These ratings will all be based on before the Benfica game, so fingers crossed we win tonight. You'll all be watching this knowing the score, so yeah, hopefully tomorrow when I upload this, we will all be happy Arsenal fans. So the way I'm going to film this video is I'm going to go through the different positions. So first I'm going to start off with the Arsenal goalkeepers. So first up we've got Bernd Leno, our #1 goalie. Now I absolutely love Bernd Leno, I think he is a class goalkeeper, but I don't think I can put him in what a season because, to be honest, it's not been a great season for Arsenal as a whole. I'm actually going to put him in the good tier. He's had 8 clean sheets so far. I definitely rank him in the top 5 or 6 goalkeepers in the league. But yeah, he is going in good for me. Next up, we have Matt Ryan. Now, of course, he's only played 1 game for Arsenal. He is a new signing. He played against Villa when Bernd Leno was out with his red card on suspension. And to be honest, he had a really good game. Now, it's hard to rank him when he's only played 1 game, but I'm actually going to put him in good as well. Now, the third goalkeeper is, of course, Runarsson. Now, he looked very, very poor at the start of the season. I know a lot of us were worried, thinking, oh my gosh, he is our backup goalkeeper. What's going to happen if anything goes wrong with Leno? But when he came on against Wolves for the final part of the game, when Bernd Leno got that red card, he actually looked quite good. So I'm not going to rank him as poor. I'm going to put him as average. Now I'm going to move on to Arsenal's defenders. So first up we have Kieran Tierney. Now he is one of my favourite players at the moment for Arsenal. I think he is absolutely insane. Arsenal looks so much better when he is in the side, and I'm really praying that he gets back to full fitness soon. He is so good going forward. He's a great defender and he is a leader. He is going in what a season. Definitely, there is no questions about that one. That is where he belongs. Now, next up in my list, we have Rob Holding, another player who has actually had a very good season in my opinion. I think a lot of people are quite surprised at how good he's been. He's been very solid, very consistent, and I have no problems putting him in the good category. Next up, we have 2 very interesting defenders, and they are David Luiz and Hector Bellerin. Now, I thought I would pair these 2 together and talk about them as a pair because they are both quite similar in the way they play. They will have a really amazing game, they'll do some great things, and then straight after or in the following game, they will drop an absolute shocker. So for me, as much as they have both been relatively good this season, they also have a lot of mistakes in their game still, so I'm going to put them both in the not bad category. The next person I have in my list is Pablo Mari. I think that's how you say his name. It's either Mari or Mari, I'm not sure, but we'll go with Mari for this video. I think he has had a really good season. I know there's been some controversy around why he's not been playing recently, but when he has played, he has looked so solid, so impressive. For me, he's got to go in that good category. Next up, we have Gabriel, another player who has really impressed me. I think he was a great signing for Arsenal. Obviously, he has been coming back from COVID recently. He hasn't been quite up to scratch, but he seems to be improving and getting back to how he was before COVID when he was an absolute monster. I think he is a great player. I really hope he keeps improving. So he is definitely going in that good category as well. Now, last up, we have Cedric. Now, Cedric, I think, has surprised a lot of people. I think he's done a really great job filling in for Kieran Tierney. Some might even argue that he is better than Hector Bellerin. So again, I think he's going to have to go in that good section as well. I'm now moving on to the midfield players. So first of all, we're going to go with Emile Smith-Rowe. Now, He has really impressed me this season. He took his chance when he was given one, grabbed it with both hands and completely transformed this team. He has made us look so much more creative, more interesting to watch. I think he has really made his mark on this team. He's starting week in, week out now, and honestly, he has got to go in. What a season. I don't think many people would argue with that decision either. Now, next up we have Granit Xhaka. Now, this is a player where we're probably going to disagree. Fans are going to disagree on this one because he is a very controversial player. For me, I think he's had a very good season. Now, I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people don't think he's good enough for Arsenal, but for me, I think he's looked really solid. He's been very consistent, and he's been great since he came back from that red card all those months ago. So I'm going to put Granit Xhaka in the good category. Next up we have Mohamed El-Neni. Now, I know he started quite a few of the games at the start of the season and he looked alright, to be honest. I think people were quite impressed with the way he was performing, but since then he's kind of dropped off. When he's played recently, he's not looked that great. For me, I'm not a massive fan of El-Neni. I don't think he has a future at Arsenal. I think he will get sold, and I think, to be honest, he is an average player, so that is where I'm going to rank him. I'm sorry if you disagree with that, but that is where I think he belongs. Now, next up we have Ceballos. Now, he is another player who hasn't really played that much this season. When he's played, he's looked quite good. He looks good going forward. I think he looked really good linking up with Odegaard when he played the other day. So for me, I'm going to put Ceballos in the not bad category. The next player I'm going to be ranking is Thomas Partey. Now, I think he is a great midfielder. He has looked so good when he's played for Arsenal. He was such a good signing in my opinion. The only thing that is holding him back is his injuries. He cannot seem to get a consistent run of games without being injured, and I really hope this improves because he is a top class player and I think he has definitely got to go in that good section. Next up we have Bukayo Saka. My favourite player at the moment. He is insane, our little Chile, our star boy. I love him. There's only one place he's going to go, and that is right to the top, both in football and in this tier ranking. He is going in. What a season. Lastly, we have Odegaard. Now, of course, he's only played one game, or 1.5 games so far, but he has looked really good. I think he's very tidy, very promising. He seems to make things flow really well, and he played really well alongside Ceballos last week. So, for me, he is going to go in that good section as well. Finally, I am moving on to the forwards. So, first up, I'm going to be ranking Nicolas Pepe. Now, he has had quite a funny season. The start of the season, he was really quite awful, to be honest. He didn't really get much game time. He wasn't taking his chances. But recently, within the last maybe 1 or 2 months, he's actually looked pretty impressive playing on the left-hand side. So I'm going to be rating him as not bad. Now, moving on to the next player in my list, we have got Aubameyang. Now, I feel quite sad ranking Aubameyang because usually we would put him in the what a season. He's normally banging in goals for fun, but that has not been the case this season. He's not had a great season so far. Obviously, he's been having some personal issues, and I really hope for him that those are now resolved or at least getting better. He did score a hat-trick the other day against Leeds, which was amazing. I think we were all so happy to see him back, looking happy and firing goals again. So I'm going to put him in the not bad category, but with the hope that he will very soon be moving up into that good category once again. The next player I'm going to be ranking is Willian. Now, I'm not going to go too much into this player. I think we can all agree he's had a very poor season. I'm not going to come and sit here and slate him and abuse him or anything like that. I really hate that. We can all agree that he hasn't had a great season. We can critique him. Let's put him in poor and leave it at that. Next up we have Alexandre Lacazette. I think he's had a really good season. Obviously he's had 8 goals so far in the league. He's becoming quite a reliable player. I don't know whether we're going to sell him in the summer or whether he's going to sign a new contract. But I'm going to actually put Lacazette in the good category for this season. The next player in my list is Martinelli. Now, he is a player that I absolutely adore. I think he has tons of potential, and when he comes on, he is the Duracell bunny. He runs all over the place. He puts his all into every single game 100%, and I think he has so much potential going forward. I'm going to put him in that good section. Next up we have Reece Nelson. Now Nelson hasn't really impressed me much this season. He's not taken the chances he's got. In all fairness to him, he has only played in 2 Premier League games, but like I said, he's not taken those chances he's been given, and I'm just going to rank him as average for this season so far. And finally we have Eddie Nketiah, another player who really has not taken his chances. He's played quite a few games in the league and just hasn't really impressed me that much. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist, but that to me is just not good enough. I'm going to rank him as average as well. Now you've probably all noticed that I have left a few of the players out. I thought it was unfair to rank anyone who hasn't really played many Premier League minutes, if any at all. So Callum Chambers, Balogun, Aziz, players like that I haven't included in this video. But if you're interested to hear my ranking of them, then let me know in the comments below and I will let you know my thoughts on those players. Okay guys, that is it for this video. Here is the finished product of my rankings. Let me know down below if you agree or disagree with any of the rankings that I made. I'd love to hear your thoughts as always. Please, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like, subscribe and comment. I would really appreciate if you did any of those things, and I will see you all in the next one.